Tim Godwin, aka DJ Modest from Belleruche. How are you doing?
Yeah. Not too bad, thanks. A bit tired, having just come back from dragging ourselves around Eastern Europe. But yeah, we're good. Looking forward to Saturday.
Yeah, it's been a fairly extensive tour. How's it been out on the road?
It's cool. We've sort of done it in two bits. When the album came out in May, we went away for about 30 dates. And we've just done Eastern Europe and Switzerland. It's fun. I mean, it's always different. Every show's always different. We're just lucky to get to go and do it. Really, it's quite an interesting experience.
So you're not suffering from the fabled burnout of the road yet?
A little bit. You get you get tired and sometimes get cold, which affects Catherine's voice or whatever, but it's a lucky thing to get to do, to get to go places and do the thing that you enjoy doing, really. So yeah, we're knackered, but probably in a kind of good way, I suppose. Playing in Paris was really, really good. That was an excellent show. The venue got moved around, and then we ended up playing a different venue that we thought was like a theatre. And we got there and it was entirely seated. So it's sort of nuts. This isn't right. It's not really what we want to do. But basically, no one sat down to the entire show. This massive kind of sloping auditorium of people all standing on the seats and everything. It was a good show.
Are you all on a bus together?
No, we actually travel, because there's only the three of us and our engineer, Danny. We try and do it on the trains as much as possible. Because train travel is so much nicer than being on a bus, because you can have a beer and walk about a bit. And European trains are so good that they can get us places quicker. So that and the kind of trying to do stuff as sensibly in terms of carbon and all of the environmental stuff as possible. And we basically, for the last few years, we've got a fairly encyclopedic knowledge of the European rail network. And it got to one stage, actually, we sort of knew the bar staff on the Eurostar, because we've been on that so much that we sort of got to know the guys on the train.
Brilliant.
We never got a discount though. But.
So you were able to get to the point where you could roll up to the bar staff on the Eurostar and just say, "I'll have my usual, please."
Yeah, there's not much to choose from on that train, so usually it's either kind of lager or lager, but it's normally lager.
So you're kicking back on the train. What's been playing in the headphones? It's been soundtracking your journeys across Europe.
Lots of different stuff. Been writing quite a lot, actually. It's one of the good things about trains is that you can just sit there with Ableton and a laptop and just concentrate on messing around with sounds for a long time, which is quite a rare thing to get to do now. In terms of listening to stuff, new Brother Ali album, been quite interested by that, and some odd folky, bluesy bits and pieces like Woody Guthrie and James Yorksman, the guy on Domino, some Scottish folk stuff, and then some weirder bits and pieces like B-Styles and the kind of Los Angeles noisy things, that sort of stuff. I tend to go and try to buy vinyl whenever we get to go anywhere as well, because I just like carrying more weight, basically. There's never enough kilos to try and get home. Buying old blues compilations in Eastern Europe and strange things like that. I think we're lucky that we've managed to get away with not driving around in a stinking van, really, because that's not fun quite a lot of the time.
What's the most interesting or diva-like object in your rider?
We're really not very good at that sort of thing. We've always felt a bit weird that people want to give us stuff on top of the fact they might pay us to do something we enjoy anyway. We've got it's about as anti sort of rock and roll accessories as you can imagine. We've got a kettle and an iron. Catherine really likes having a kettle for hot water backstage and irons for dress. That's about it.
Brilliant.
We're pretty tame in that regard. For a while we always had a bottle of rum on the rider, and one place we did actually get given 3 bottles of rum before we went on stage, which as our contracts at that time stated, we weren't supposed to play under the influence of alcohol. It seemed a bit odd to give us that much, but we made it through the gig anyway.
You're back at the Forum this weekend.
Yep.
great bill featuring DJ Cam, DJ Food, the Herbalizer this Saturday night. You performed with those guys before?
We've been on the same bill as DJ Food and the Herbalizer DJ set, but I've actually never seen them play live, so I'm quite excited about that. And it's going to be, a good night, hopefully. It's going to be quite scary, because it's quite a big place. So, we always get a nice reception in London crowds, and hopefully it will be so again. We're certainly looking forward to the show and getting it done.
Thinking about the artists that you're playing with this Saturday, and you've obviously got some great label mates on the True Thoughts label.
Yeah.
And you've had some excellent collaborations as well, artists like Bonobo and Vadim. Is there anyone on the Belleruche hit list coming up in the future for someone you'd like to collaborate with?
I think it's quite strange. I think the best things like that always happen by accident. I think if you kind of go out of your way to go, we must go and work with that person, it never really seems to work well. Personally, I don't really have any I'd really like to work with that person or that MC or that producer. There's loads of people I like who think make amazing stuff at the moment. Like I mentioned him earlier, Brother Ali and Ramses and Atmosphere. Yeah, I don't know. We've never really thought like that. We just do our own sort of thing and trudge along in our own way. And occasionally we'll meet people when we're travelling or doing shows, and then stuff can sort of happen, but they're always accidental. But see who we bump into in general.
Brilliant, mate. Well, the next time, if people aren't able to make this coming show on Saturday night at the Forum, the next show that you're booked in for is going to be quite a big hitter. It's the True Thoughts label night, Coco.
Oh, yeah.
Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. But, the full lineup, and I'm really excited to see that Tom and Demas J are going to be doing a thing there as well, because I'm looking forward to seeing those guys. I really like that album.
On that bill as well, we've got Quantic, Hidden Orchestra, Anchor Song, Rodney P, Nostalgia 77, the whole shebang. The last one went off, I understand.
Yeah, it's a really, really good night. Lots of stuff going on. It's kind of I think it's nice that the label does that. I think it's sort of quite an ambitious thing to do, and it's a good thing to try and do to kind of expose different bits of what the label has to kind of say someone who doesn't know what Rom Tom would do, but realise Quantic will come along to it because they like one bit of the label's roster, and that's quite a healthy thing to do.
Yeah, you get that thing you have at festivals where you get to share audiences, and that can help you expand your own. Exactly,
yeah. You just see more stuff, which has to be a good thing, really. And it was a really good night last time, so hopefully, it'll be bigger and better.
Brilliant, man. Well, Tim, aka DJ Modest, Belleruche, has been wicked to talk to you, mate.
Cool, thank you very much.
And we look forward to the show on Saturday.
Cool, that's the way you'll be able to see you at the bar.
Take care, mate.
Cool, okay, cheers, mate.
Bye.